Coming up on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. You're going to meet some multi-talented folks who are just about to produce a new musical that they did. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Ho, it's LiveWire, and I'm Ray Tatter, and with me in the studio is Carla Fleming.
Yes.
And Joe?
Archie.
Okay, good. You two are producing a show that's coming up, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this. It's a musical called Domestic Disturbance.
Yes.
Is it about domestic disturbance in America?
Yeah.
It sounds like a really interesting topic for a musical. And you were walking down the street one day and you said to each other, let's do a musical on domestic disturbance.
Yeah.
Is that how it happened?
Kind of, sort of.
Really? Joe, you're joking.
Well, not really walking down the street. We were actually recording some music and celebrating the anniversary of the album, which is 15 years ago.
Really?
And we just kind of stopped, and I was like, hey, you know what would be crazy is if we turn this into like a play or like a musical.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think we could do it. And so we just kind of started talking about it and how we can get it done, and that's how the idea came.
This is great.
Yeah.
That's
Just
how
kind of being
creative
in the moment,
life works.
exactly.
I think it's fascinating. So the whole idea of it, how did it start, though? I mean, you were thinking about, did you come up with a single song and said...
Initially, so the original record was written 15 years ago. So Domestic Disturbance, the one that's out available now, is actually a 15th anniversary edition of an album we did 15 years ago.
I see.
And that original record was based on, well, it started out at what was going to be a song to commemorate a friend that I lost to domestic violence. And then at the time I was working in that field. I'm an advocate as well. So I was already working in the field. So I just drew on a need for people to just be more aware of that. And what started out as a song turned into an actual album. And then, so we worked that record for as long as we could until it just kind of, like, people weren't as interested and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then the 15-year anniversary came up and we decided to re-release it. And so in that we decided, you know what, let's make it fresher. There were some songs that didn't necessarily work well in the first album. And so we took those songs out, added a new song, and we also added monologues to kind of tie the story together to make it more cohesive. And then we re-released it on vinyl.
On
vinyl? I know, it's on vinyl. It's
I love
available
vinyl.
on vinyl, yes.
Trust me, come to my house. So then you decided to produce it, and you found a college, and they said, good idea.
Yeah, so what I did was I had been talking to Joe about it, and we didn't exactly know how we were going to do it. So I was at another play that was written by Anthony Dewan, and he just happened to be there because he had he had written that play and was directing that play. We just finished our album, so I approached him. I said, "Hey, we got this album. Take a listen to it, and we'd love to see it on stage." That was pretty much all I said to him, and he took it, and then he sat with it for a couple of weeks. We didn't hear anything. And then out of the blue, he called and was like, we need to set up a meeting. And he was like, and he listened to the music, and he knew immediately that Joe did the music. And I didn't know they knew each other. So he says, did Joe Archie do this music? And I said, absolutely. And he's like, let's set up a meeting. And so we set up a meeting like within a couple of days, and he already had an outline of what he wanted the play to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he's very creative and has been for a long, long time
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
applaud his work. It's so amazing. You also do all these, juggle these things, and you have an album which
Yeah.
has two albums, 2 EPs, 1 full-length album on stage. You've been, what's this on Black Pearl and
Oh,
Sister
Black
Act?
Pearl. So those are plays that I've been in. So Black Pearl Sing, it was a 2-woman show that I did with Lynn Baker. I think you know
Lynn Baker,
my good friend
sure.
Lynn. It was a 2-woman story that we got to do at Celebration Arts Theater.
Yeah.
And that was an incredible story. And Sister Act is the musical based on the show, the movie's Sister Act. And I got to star in that as well.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is good. So is it all cast and the drums are pounding?
No, there's a lot of surprises that people will be in store for, because although it's a heavy subject,
Yes.
the music is beautiful. The lyrics are beautiful. They're meaningful, and they're telling a very powerful story. So we were able to kind of merge all of those things and not have it so heavy and so dark that it can't be tolerated. So it's definitely something that people will absolutely enjoy, but they'll also gain a lot of things from, knowledge and
Right.
power and everything else from. So, yeah.
So I'm really pleased to see a new American musical being done at a community college.
Yeah.
It's a signal, as I said earlier before the show, when I went to first community college and then to Berkeley. Even at Berkeley, we did plays from the 1950s.
Yeah.
And they were meaningless to me in a way, because they weren't about issues of our times.
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, this is definitely modern.
No doubt.
It's a
no
modern.
doubt.
It's a modern story. Yeah. And one good thing about partnering with the school is that we get to work directly with the students, which I think
Exactly.
is incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So the ensemble is all students.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. And we have to say, again, when is the musical? It's called Domestic Disturbance, and it's going to be at Cosumnes River College. In which theater?
In the Black Box Theater.
The Black Box Theater, okay. And people can get tickets.
They can get tickets at Cosumnes River College's website, and they can also get them at domesticdisturbance.net, which will also take you directly to their website as well.
That's great. And it's also, there's a pay what you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. This is good. Now, the theater only seats a certain number of seats, so it's better to get those tickets in advance.
Yes.
That's
Sooner
you.
than later.
Get them
Yes.
ticket in
Yes.
advance for this new musical opening in our town. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's
a beautiful thing.
So
Beautiful thing.
a wonderful thing to happen.
Yeah.
And I hope it continues to, because it would show people like the music circus, that you can do an original piece and make it work.
Yeah.
You just have to have the right people doing it, and the
Absolutely.
ones with
Yeah.
good energy
Right.
moving towards it.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. It is. And so, Joe, you were walking down the street one day and you thought, gosh, I think I'll be a producer. Or come on now, you have to, it's just, so, when I talk to people, they say, yeah, well, I'm a producer and I teach at a college or whatever I do, I think I look at them and I think, how did you do that?
Yeah. No, for me, my journey started out as a musician, and I left high school and went on the road and started touring, playing drums for different artists in the industry, and then learned how to just play other instruments by being around other musicians that played those instruments. Was always curious, and then started writing and producing songs from there, and was blessed to get quite a few awards and trophies and things of that nature. And then started arranging and scoring and doing all this stuff for television and film, and then kind of dabbled in the theater stuff just as an assistant on different projects and lending my hand to numbers and songs and cues and so on and so forth. And then this kind of just landed for us. So different world being inside of it from conception to, finish
That's great.
product. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of my
always
story.
wonder
Yeah.
how the great people who do one musical theater piece after another, how they get that new idea, and it'd be interesting to see how you two might get another idea.
Oh, we already have.
I'm sure we do
we
already.
Whoa!
have a few. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's the creative spirit,
Yeah.
and it's so amazing. I was just thinking about artists in our town, and there are some who, they really need to give themselves the love to go on and try something.
Absolutely.
It may fall apart, it may not, it may do whatever it
Yeah.
is. But two people who just say, we're going to do this, we're going to take this other information that we've had on a record or
Sure.
on tape,
Yeah.
and we're going to make it into people on stage.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we did too, even before, it was kind of, things were happening really fast. Once the decision was made to do the album and how it all came together. So we did several focus type listening parties too. And like everyone who heard the album just kept saying, oh my God, this needs to be a play. Even though they didn't know we were
Anonymous.
already in the makings, people didn't even know we were already in the process of doing that. When you hear the album, when you listen to it from beginning to end, you can almost envision what you're going to see on stage, because the story is just, it's a complete story. And this is just the next level. It's like an evolution of something that you get to it, of the entire experience,
Well, I want to get to it. I also want to know, let's see, we were talking about the concept of producing the play and working with the students there and making it happen. And what about the music? I mean, is there a band there, or did you use music?
No. I created what we call in the music world stems.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it'll be
Right.
the stems, a lot of underscoring pieces, some new original pieces as well, new cues that were added. And then you make all these adjustments, of course, for theater, because it's not going to be the entire song at that particular time. It may cut into the next,
Next
cue.
piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, so it's just
So if you've been working
lot
in
of
the
moving
field for a
parts.
long time, all of that comes natural to you to come up with a transition from one thing to another, to dialogue. Is there dialogue in
Oh,
it?
There's
yes,
dialogue,
absolutely.
yeah. So it's not all singing, it's dialogue.
Yeah.
It's
There's a kind of storyline.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the American musical theater.
It
Absolutely.
completely is. It is.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Well, it's really good, and we also have to say that you can get tickets for it. So I wanted to make sure that people know that there are only how many seats in there?
60.
60. So that's going to fill up, but they are playing for a number of days.
Yeah. So it's 7 shows total. It opens on July 7th and it runs through
16th.
July 16th, Thursday through Sunday.
Yep, I can see it. We just put it up on the screen. They're so smart back there in the control room. They know
people,
when we're
that's
talking
right.
about something.
You need
Wow,
smart people.
put that up.
Yeah.
Good, and I can't say how pleased I am to be able to talk to you about this and to get seeing how this all works. And you're going to sing a song from it for us a little bit later.
I will. Yes.
Thank you.
I will. I will. Joe's not going to sing.
Carlos.
Really?
We
Oh.
can applaud at the end.
Yeah.
I've been trying for years. He just not going to do it. But
I always tell her, my singing is in the studio, so I'll give you your parts, and there you go.
That's it.
There it is.
And you just do it, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good. That's good, too. Good. So we also have a whole concept of doing the musical and then, having people respond to it, like press and people there to give you feedback on it. I've been to some new musicals in L.A. where that worked out really well, and I thought it would be kind of nice to know
have a talk back.
from your audience what they thought.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So, also, I want to talk to you a little bit about your label. You have your own label. So
Yeah.
how do I how do you find out about your work?
So I have a website, carlafleming.net, and you can go there to find out other music that I've done and other releases that I have. Everything that I've done in the past is now available on singles as a single. So you can go to my website and pretty much stream anything that I've recorded over the years. Or you can still some albums are still available. You can get the album, but a lot of people aren't buying albums anymore, so or CDs. So they're just getting a single song and downloading it because everybody streams everything.
Sure, I know.
But everything is available that way too, so you can find it.
Well, Joe and Carla, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're going to sing for us, and then we might have a little time after you sing to talk a little bit more.
I like that.
Okay. So we're going to take a short pause for the cause right now and put some information up for you, and then we'll be back and hear Carla and Joe Archie's not going to sing, but Carla Fleming is.
But you'll still hear me.
Okay, here we go.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
Street. He pulled up in the Beamer next to me, said, "You're the lady of my dreams," like some corny from a movie scene. How could I not believe him? I mean, he was so convincing. I must have misplaced my good sense on that evening. A month or two, maybe less than 3, he bombarded me with everything. I mean, expensive trips, fancy gifts, diamonds, everything a girl could ever need. I let down my guard, he ambushed my heart. A love without warning, he kneeled down before me. Too good to be true. Too bad love is not what I thought I knew. Boy, you dropped the bomb on me. On me. On me. On me. It took me a while to see it, 'cause I didn't want to believe it. Something so perfect ended being the worst ever in life. He made me his wife to treat me so bad. He switched up so fast. First he idolized me, then he surprised me. His disguise were all lies hidden in his eyes. I no longer recognize creeping up on my blind side. Too good to be true. Too bad love is not what I thought I knew. What I thought I knew. I put up with you, what you put me through. Boy, I trusted you. You dropped the bomb on me. On me. on me, on me. Love dropped the bomb on me, on me, on me, on me. Love dropped the bomb on me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a lovely piece.
Thank you. That song was called Love Bomb. And it's the only new original music piece on the album.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, and it's sung in the musical.
It's in the musical.
Okay.
Yes, it's in the musical.
Well, it'd be very interesting to see how it all comes to fruition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Says the director. Yeah. How really interesting to see.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, what fun it is.
Yeah.
I'm producing a new show, and I know this director that I've hired. She'll make it sing. I know she does, because I've worked with her off and on for about 20 years. And, you know, I just know that every time, you know, somebody makes a cross, she believable or not believable, whatever you want.
Yeah.
She knows. And so I'm very pleased about that happening. But so this is great. And Cosumnes River College has lovely theaters, right?
Yes.
So people can, nice seats and can sit down and see the thing. So that's the call for folks to get your tickets
Get your
now.
tickets.
Yes,
Get your tickets.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah. And you two, are you working on something new?
We have a couple of things that we are working on
Yes.
that we will share at a much later time. But
Yeah.
absolutely,
Good. Well, we
Yeah.
want you back at another later time. So when
We
you
would
come
love
up
to.
with that, you know.
we'd love to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. I'm pleased to see the work that you're doing, and I certainly I hope it continues into the great future.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay, everyone. Oh, we have 4 minutes. Thank you, boss. Okay, so that means I can ask you more questions.
Yeah, we can talk
Whoa.
about more
Fire
stuff.
away.
Whoa, okay. Good. So do you teach also at a college?
No, I do not teach. I do music full time, so I have no time.
I say no time for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I taught for a few years, and I thought, I think I'll go back into the real world.
Maybe further along in the future, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Good. So the whole life of someone who's creative, it just almost like bears on the winds. You know, if the wind of an idea comes in your head,
Yeah.
if you don't record it,
Absolutely.
about 6 o'clock you're eating, and I said, what did that thing I said I
Yeah.
was going to write
Right.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I always carry a little book.
Yeah.
And
Well, now our phones take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
your
put it
phone.
right in your phone.
I never thought of using
Oh,
my
all the
phone.
time.
See, I'm a pre-phone guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Phone is amazing.
Yeah. We had to go put a dime in the slot to get into a telephone.
Oh,
Of course, they were
absolutely.
everywhere.
I do that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've lived in that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, now it's easy. You know, people laugh at me or they think I'm talking to myself a lot because I'm notorious to pull the phone out and, you know,
And record something.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah,
All the
that's
time.
good.
All the
Yeah.
time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Great. And then can you turn that into text on a piece of paper? No.
Yes, you can.
Sure you
actually.
can. Oh,
Sure
Oh,
you
absolutely.
can. You can
Yeah.
talk to text and then send it to your.
Yeah.
Send the text to a piece of paper and print it.
Yeah.
Folks, did you know that?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Beautiful
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is really great. It's great. So the whole idea of this in the future, I mean, the play domestic
Yeah.
Disturbance.
Disturbance.
Is it's an original musical, it's a story, and it's adapted and directed by Anthony DeJuan,
Yes.
who's a wonderful director in town, and
Absolutely.
it's going to play for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
at the Black Box Theater at Cosumnes River College. which is a nice dance department as well.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
theater dance.
It does. And they put that up while I was talking. How sweet of them to do that. Good.
Yeah.
Anything we missed that we need to talk about?
Well, we feel that it's a good idea to stream the album. So if you have Spotify or Apple Music or any kind of way to get the album online to listen to it, it's a good idea to listen to the album before you come see the play, because it serves as a companion piece. Because some things that are on the album are not necessarily in the play and vice versa. However, they pair well together.
I see.
So it's they serve together as a companion package.
Great.
So,
And if they get onto your website, they can know that more, right?
If you go to
what's that website
carlafleming.net
again?
or domesticdisturbance.net.
Domesticdisturbance.net.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have it up, or they just put that up so they can say it's domesticdisturbance.net.
Yeah.
And they also put your thing up.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
Good. And the whole idea of your group, you've worked with other people, so you have a kind of a following of artists who you're casting. Is that right?
Well, for this one, it was the students, and then there are a couple of
there are some professional actors that were actually commissioned for the.
And do they
the
get a
play.
grade for it?
The
absolutely.
students, yes.
Oh,
it's
they do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember at Berkeley when I went to do that we did a new play and we got, served the credit for that work, but not with the other colleges I went to. They were all, let's do these old musty old plays.
Well, and I would like to say that it's an honor to be able to do this in our city. This is where I grew up. This is where I'm from. I still live here.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible feeling to be able to have your art shared with people in your city, work with your own community, and it's a wonderful thing. So
Good. And you bring up wonderful ideas like domestic problems.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's something that's unfortunately not going to ever.
It's not going to go away. And I've been a domestic violence advocate. We've been doing this work for over 15 years. So even though the album was out 15 years ago, we still get asked to do the music,
right.
and so.
Wrap it up. What does it say?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Okay.
Listen to the record.
It's a wrap, everyone. It's a wrap. Thanks for calling. Click.
Okay.
Bye. See you next week on LiveWire.